Hi, and welcome to Activity 4, Learn HTML and CSS. So we are looking at the performance criteria here, and in this activity we'll learn how to create and assign the basic elements of the document, but also mark up sections of the document to depict the structure. In terms of the performance evidence, we are looking at creating and saving a markup language document. We'll obviously also be using a markup language without the automated generation of code. In knowledge, we are identifying and describing markup languages and their associated standards, and again, we're covering all the foundation skills. So to complete this assessment task, you'll need to code both HTML and CSS without the aid of a commercial program such as Dreamweaver or FrontPage. To do this, you can use a variety of resources, and it's suggested that you use the website Code Academy, and you can access that through a link at the end of the video. There are a range of courses available which can take a number of hours to complete. Which one you choose is up to you, but your teacher will guide you through this. These courses, however, will ensure that you have the necessary skills to create a web page. Now, in terms of the markup languages you can use, we've got HTML version 1, which is the hypertext markup language, the original markup language that we used. There's a number of different versions of it with a variety of changes to improve the language. One of those was XHTML, Extensible Hypertext Markup Language, and the main difference here is that the language is very strict. So if you code something wrong, instead of trying to guess what you mean, that section of code just won't display, even for simple errors. So it forces you to code in a way that is compliant with the standards, ensuring that your pages are consistent in different browsers, as different browsers can interpret your mistakes in different ways to give you sometimes quite different looking web pages. XML is the next one, Extensible Markup Language. So you'll notice that this one drops the hypertext bit because this one isn't used to display data, it's used to store data and send it and receive it. So we're not using it to make a web page, but to send data over the internet between servers or web pages and so on. And the last one is HTML5, which is the current one. And the main difference here is it's got some new structures to cope with mobile devices and a wider range of multimedia to give us the internet that we we have access to today. We also have CSS, which are cascading style sheets, and these allow you to change the way that different structures or tags are displayed in HTML. CSS gives you a much wider set of options to make your page pretty. One massive advantage of CSS is the use of a style sheet. So each web page can load the same style sheet, which will have the current set of styles for the web page. Because you're using the same style sheet, it means that all the styles on each web page are consistent, making them all look the same. When a new design for the website is implemented, you may only need to change the one style sheet for every page to look different from the first design, but again remain consistent with all pages on the site.